A wild scene at the University of North Carolina yesterday. Protesters taking down a Confederate statue that had been on campus for more than 100 years. Check this out. University leaders condemn the students' actions and are cooperating with a criminal investigation. Joining me now for reaction are Horace Cooper, co-chair of Project 21, and civil rights attorney Eric Johnson. Eric, I want to start with you. It's the day before school starts. The students are gathered. They're there for a couple hours, and then next thing you know, they're not just engaging in free speech, but they're actually engaging in taking this thing down. What's your take on it? Is this free speech, or is this sort of mob rule? What's your take on it?
Well, I think it's really a combination of both. I mean, it is an expression of free speech in the fact that many people are upset with the images that a lot of these statues portray. However, the fact that they did destroy public property is something that the university will take into consideration. Their methods in handling it are something that may not have been the best. However, I do believe that the university administration needed to take into consideration the sentiment in that particular community as it related to these statues, not only from individuals who didn't like them, but also some of the sentiment that they may infest and may grow in individuals who seem to support them in that outdated way of thinking.
And Eric, there may be a legitimate debate there, but aren't you concerned that here on a college campus, all of a sudden they're just saying, hey, they're allowing this to continue. The cops are called in. I mean, this is breaking the law, is it not?
Well, it is breaking the law, but you have to understand, I mean, you also have similar situations if the university had won the championship. There's also a lot of vandalism and things that goes on then. So at least this particular time is not just a simple celebration of a sporting event, but these individuals are actively exercising their free speech rights and doing something that may be something better for everyone.
It did. Look, I want to bring in Horace here because it wasn't just simply free speech. It was breaking the law, correct?
Oh, no. Okay. I mean, I understand it was breaking the law.
No, I want to go to Horace.
Sorry,
you got Horace here with us as well. Horace, jump in here.
Okay, couple things. One, to equate what happens when college students drink too much, become overly exuberant, and celebrate and result in damages with intentional destruction of private property. Those are not one and the same. Those are not to be treated the same way. Yes, some damages can result from both, but we need to be very, very vigilant about making sure we're not telling young people that when you have a personal or political difference, that the way to resolve that is with the use of force.
Eric, do you agree with that or disagree with that? Horace makes a great point. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
Well, I mean, I would agree to a point. I mean, the fact is we never want individuals to resort to violence to solve anything. However, we have to look at the underlying reasons in which the violence is being exhibited.
Absolutely.
So to say that the one particular type of violence is different from another type of violence.
You're saying it's justified.
I never said that it was justified. However, I'm not saying that it's justified. What I'm saying is, the fact is, you have to understand what is going on. And if you have riotous situations that go on, whether they are for celebration or whether they are for the expression of free speech, they both have to be looked at for exactly what they are. So in this particular situation, we have a Confederate statue, which is a divisive symbol on that campus that was toppled down. So therefore, there's an understandable reason for that.
Should those people be prosecuted? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I do believe in some form or fashion there should be some punishment because they did, as I stated, in an ordered society, you do not want the destruction of public property.
What should happen to the students that engaged in this?
They should be held accountable. Here's the problem. The real issue is this. Democrats put up these statues. Democrats engaged in behavior during my parents' and grandparents' and great-grandparents' lifetime, terrorizing them. What we have learned from this event is there are people that, just like they did at the turn of the century, justified this behavior, called it underlying conflicts and concerns. We have a similar mindset at work today. If you wish to remove those statues, there should be a political conversation and a process. The mob violence was not appropriate when it terrorized black Americans in the 19th and 20th century, and it's not appropriate now in the 21st century.
Horace, well said. Eric, I appreciate you being here for the debate. It will continue on, but I thank you for both for your perspectives.